Edmond.
It'll be Joshua Powell, the 11P out of Sarver, PA, and Braden Santee drives the 9. He's out of Conneaut, Ohio.
And your final 3 starters, the 12 of Ryan Payne, the 27T of Tony White, and the 88 of Chad Green. James, it is worth mentioning that Bump Hedman, who's scheduled to start this race in 20th, he will fall to the tail of the field. He changed a tire after the cars were in the staging lane. And so per Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series rules, Bump will have to fall to the tail end of this 25-car field.
Think the odds are good for a new winner? Maybe. It's been a while since we've seen this.
Let's see. Ziegler has a couple wins. You said
both at East Bay, right? McCready with 37 career wins.
Dalton Wilson with 1. That was also at East Bay Raceway Park.
Collins, no. Alberson, no wins with the series. Miley, no wins. Dan Stone Harris. Satterley, yes, he's won. And Tyler Wyant, can he upset the field?
Oh, my.
What about Jimmy Owens coming in for number 83 here tonight?
Of course, he got his 82nd career win with the series at East Bay Raceway Park earlier this year. And the yellow lights have been turned off.
Are you ready?
I'm ready, baby. The Lernerville Speedway #1 Cochran pace truck falls to the infield, as does the Lucas Oil Brandon Ford pace truck. 25 cars, 25 laps. A $5,000 payday on the line, and the winner's name will be etched in the history books as a victor with the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. Drake Troutman on the pole, Mason Ziegler on the outside, and they'll go green in the Nutrient Ag Solutions starting zone.
And valuable points for tomorrow night's heat races combined from last night and tonight. Drake will take the lead into 1. Drake Troutman currently second to O'Reilly Auto Parts Rookie of the Year chase, but Mason Ziegler going to get the advantage down the back straightaway into turn number 3. The 2 Keystone State drivers side by side as they come off of turn 4.
Ziegler on the outside, Troutman on the inside at the end of lap number 1. Give it to Mason Ziegler by 2/100ths of a second over Troutman. Ziegler on the high side. Troutman still on the bottom. They're still 2 by 2 by 2 almost all the way through the field.
This is what you paid good money for right here as they come off of turn 4. They're still side by side. Troutman and Ziegler down, and Troutman is going to lead that lap. 2 laps, 2 different leaders into turn 1, Dustin.
Both laps led by 2/100ths of a second as well, and Ziggy gets a little too high down in turns 1 and 2. He nearly upset the race car, and he's going to allow Ross Robinson to drive by the lead duo now. Troutman and Robinson, a pair of 7s that have never won with the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series.
Right now, McCready has on his tail, that is the 18D of Wilson. Up top, here comes Garrett Alberson. Alberson looking for 2 for 1 in that lap. He'll get around Dalton. Meanwhile, Ziegler trying to recover. You know Ziggy's not going to give up, Dustin, off of turn 4. He'll pound that cushion off of 4 into 3rd as they end into 1 with Drake Troutman out in front with 4 laps complete. And the Dave Warren Power Sports caution is out in turn number 2.
Forrest Trent has slid off the top of the racetrack. That will bring out our first Dave Warren Power Sports caution flag of this race as the 101 sat at the top of the racetrack. We'll take a look at the Flow Racing replay and see what happened to bring out this caution. Unofficially 4 laps down, 21 laps remaining.
Well, Forrest Trent, the Morristown, Tennessee driver there, he just got a little out of shape. And over that brings out the first Dave Warren Power Sports caution of the race. Well, 4 laps, 2 different leaders, and that's a big break for Ziegler. You know Ziegler was going to come back, though, Dustin, if that thing stayed green. He will line up 3rd. He'll go on the outside of the row alongside Robinson on the Delaware double file restart. If Ross Robinson leads, we still got a call to Delaware double file restart, obviously, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, right now it's the Pennsylvania double file restart. It'll be Drake Troutman. This is awesome. This is what we love this place.
This is
Lucas Oil, the Thompson family. Man, this is outstanding.
You and I were talking to ourselves during that rush day. We got a chance.
We often talk to ourselves.
Which we often do. We were talking to each other. We have a chance we could get 2 first-time winners here tonight.
Awesome.
All right, yellow lights have been turned off. That's right. And Ross Robinson does indeed choose the inside lane. 4 laps in the books, 21 laps to go. And Drake Troutman will bring him through turns 3 and 4 to the Nutrient Ag Solutions starting zone.
3rd in that second feature last night. They're back underway. Good restart for Ziegler in the 1, and here comes McCready in the 1. The Valvoline Rocket 1. They try to go 3 wide into turn 2. Ziegler for the lead. Mason Ziegler trying to go from 3rd to 1st after leading early on. And they go side by side into turn 4. Who's going to lead this lap, Dustin Jarrett? Lap number 5.
Give it to Mason Ziegler back out front from the 3rd spot. As you mentioned, he's going to dive back down on the bottom. Interesting because, again, that top side, man, if you hit it right, that's the place to be. But if you miss, you could go for Mr. Toad's wild ride. As you look back here in the battle for the 4th spot, we're going to double it up for you at home. The battle for the lead up front. The battle just behind them on the right.
We may need a triple box before this night's over. Into turn 1. Troutman for the lead out at 2. Ziegler up top. Here comes McCready on the outside of Robinson. Down the back straightaway, Dalton Wilson runs in 5th. And it's Alberson, Satterley, Stone, Wyatt, Jared Miley runs in 10th. How about Tyler Wyatt looking for his 2nd top 10 in a row?
He has worked his way up into the number 9 position right now. Is man Ziegler and Troutman going at it tooth and nail for the lead. Is Troutman's got to run back down to the inside now. They've been side by side more than they haven't. You got one hell of a race here tonight at Lernerville. At the stripe, Troutman's back out front.
This place better be sold out here tomorrow night. That's all I got to say, because this is outstanding. Down the back straightaway, 2 for the lead down the back straightaway. Troutman and Ziegler. 3rd is McCready. 4th is Ross Robinson. 5th is Dalton Wilson. Any of them could win this race down the main straightaway with 9 scored.
Troutman is not even led by more than 1/10 of a second, and T-Mac's going to toss his head. James, can a prelim feature be race of the year?
It could be.
I mean,
we had the race of the year, one of the race of the year, the Firecracker 100 a year ago between O'Neill and Thornton. Down the main straightaway into turn 1. It is still Drake Troutman, Ziegler, McCready, Robinson, Wilson, Alberson, Satterley, Wyatt, Stone, and Miley. Drake Troutman trying to pull away, but if it stays green, he'll pick up the tail end of the field as they exit turn 4. Side by side for 2nd. Off at turn 4, here comes McCready, and they almost went 3 wide. Ziegler still has it.
Yeah, just behind them, James Garrett Alberson slipped off the top of turn number 2 and lost a little bit of ground to this big gaggle of cars as McCready gets a giant run on the outside of Ziegler. He'll momentarily take that 2nd spot away. This now happens 1.7 seconds behind your race leader, Drake Troutman. But as this battle goes on, about 28 cars battling for 2nd, James. Drake Troutman has caught the tail end of the field. He's on the left side of your screen.
Here comes Dalton Wilson and Ross Robinson into turn 3. Let's leave the double box. Troutman stumbled in 4, but he maintains the lead. He had a good lead right there. And right there behind him, 2nd place remains McCready. Then it's Ziegler, Wilson, and Robinson. Out at turn 2, tail end of the field behind Bump Hedman. Down the back straightaway, Troutman will easily go around him. McCready's about a half a straightaway behind in car 1, but he's pedaling hard in that Valvoline Mark Richards entry.
This is heavy lap traffic for the 19-year-old Drake Troutman. Is used to go by the nickname The Kid. Started racing and modified back when he was about 12 or 13 years old. And right now, he looks like a veteran working through the back of the field, maintaining a 2.5 lead over Tim McCready. McCready, though, closing in. James that time by. McCready takes 4/10 off Troutman's advantage.
He ain't kidding around, is he?
That's right.
He told us a couple years ago, hey, I'm past that. He's 19 years old. He's driving like a veteran, but Tim McCready coming off hard off of turn number 4. We're going to have a battle here if this thing stays green. We've got 9 laps to go, and in turn 1, Troutman, Tim McCready has got to clear the 2 cars below him. He will do so easily down the back straightaway. Troutman behind him. We got a Dave Warren Power Sports caution for Dalton Wilson.
And also Ross Robinson, that big group of cars back there battling for 3rd, 4th, and 5th all came together, James, over in turns 1 and 2 with 16 laps in the books, 9 laps remaining. And if I'm
see if we got a replay of, they was battling right there.
I don't know. Ben Shelton, we're going to take a look at the Flow Racing instant replay here and see exactly what put us under the Dave Warren Power Sports caution flag. As again, there's Robinson and Ziegler and Dalton Wilson in front of him. He got into Bump Hedman got into him as he was trying to work around the 22, and that sent the Fayetteville, North Carolina driver's car around. But Ben Shelton, I'm up here debating if Drake Troutman was happy to see that caution flag because he was in the midst of lap traffic, or if he didn't want it because that had erased over a 1-second advantage he had on McCready.
I think it's a toss-up what he's going to feel on that. But what I do know is this. On the last restart, Ziegler went around the outside of Troutman to get the lead. And McCready's really good on the top. If Troutman leaves that top open as they head down into turns 1 and 2, that could be McCready's chance. But right now, I tell you what, Drake Troutman, how about the dig for that kid? They were last year on the road, they kept having flats with the Summer Nationals. He was leading, having flats. DJ, we saw him win at the Dome last year in the modified. He's got 3 wins this year, all in the modified. But I'm going to tell you what, he's an even kill kid. You got to believe if he goes to victory lane tonight, it is going to be quite emotional.
Yeah, Mom Lori's going to have to bring enough T-shirts for tomorrow. But the fastest car on that last scored lap was Tim McCready by 0.2 of a second. So now McCready he's got to pick the. Does he have to pick the? I mean, we've been wrong before. He's going to pick the top on Ross.
Yep.
So Ross and Ziegler both kept going. So they maintain position as Dalton Wilson will be in front of the lapped cars with 9 laps to go. Satterley is there. How about Tyler Wyant?
Yeah.
Love it when the locals do well to Lucas Oil races. You're running against the best in the business, and Tyler Wyant's doing a heck of a job.
And if he continues to stay in the top 10, remember he had a 7th place run last night, James. He could very well position himself up near one of the front of tomorrow's 6 heat races.
Absolutely.
Caution lights have been turned off. 16 laps scored, 9 laps to go. Drake Troutman looking for his first career Lucas Oil late model dirt series win. He brings them to the Nutrien Ag Solutions restart zone.
Now you got one of the best in the business, an all-time great Tim McCready into 1. Looking for his first win in Rocket 1 out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway. We've had 2 different leaders. Troutman still leads. McCready, here comes Ross Robinson, and here comes Ziegler. 8 laps to go. Off at turn 4. Troutman doing a heck of a job. Still leads in Lernerville.
Ross Robinson's right there on the inside of Tim McCready. James going for the 2nd spot. Don't count the Seaford Delaware driver out of it. He wants to get his first career win with the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series as well. He had that good run at the Show Me 100 last month. Ross Robinson now making hay on the inside of the track, James, with 7 to go.
Turn 1. You know Amanda's nervous. They come out at 2 down the back straightaway. Robinson, he'll get back in the second around McCready. About a 5-6 car length lead for Drake Troutman. He's got to keep it right there by that cushion down the straightaway. 6 to go. They're side by side for second. And at turn number 1, Robinson and McCready. Oh, baby.
And Robinson had him that last time by at the stripe, James. Move Ross Robinson at least at the scoring loop in front of Tim McCready to take over the 2nd spot. It's a 1-second advantage for Drake Troutman. 5 flanges in the air. 5 to go for the Heinemann, Pennsylvania 19-year-old.
Oh, man. I'm getting nervous. Here they come out at 2. McCready, though, he's not going to be done yet. A little bit of a stumble, and he will be right there down the back straightaway. 5 to go. They'll have 4 to go this time around. Drake Troutman, Tim McCready, and Ross Robinson at Lernerville for $5,000 into turn number 1.
And that advantage has shrunk just a little bit. 0.8 of a second now for Drake Troutman with 4 laps to go, James. And I don't know, he may even encounter just a bit of lap traffic in the very closing stages of this one. McCready is closing fast.
Dethridge optician eyeball test. What do you think, buddy? Into turn number 1, 3 to go. Troutman's got to keep it on the track. He's done a great job so far. McCready down the back straightaway. Keeps the same distance. Last time you mentioned it was 0.9 of a second, but he will pick up the tail of the field. 2 to go for his first win in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series.
Drake Troutman got his first super late model win just a couple years ago in 2022.
You called it.
Not long after his dad had passed away.
You called it, didn't you? Tyler County.
Tyler County Speedway in the topless 50. And James, he's coming around now to the Barron's Performance. 1 to go for a Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series win.
How about second place? McCready and Robinson. It's going to go to the end. Drake Troutman down the back straightaway. McCready and Robinson are side by side. He'll work the outside of Tony White. And Drake Troutman is going to win his first career start as with the 15K run in front of him. Oh, man. But he wins it. Oh, and we got action in turn 2. The 15K of Jamie Latham slowed in front of your leader and crossed the line. Ross Robinson got second, Dustin. Tim McCready, Garrett Alberson, Greg Satterley will make it official with the UNOH skills. I got to see a replay of that because his heart had to be in his throat on that one as they came to the line. He did it. Still unofficial yet. 2 bits of business, the scales and the droop. What a race.
Oh, man.
What a race, Dustin.
Take a bow, Lernerville Speedway. Take a bow. It's just
we still got one more.
10. Yeah, don't go anywhere. We got one more of these left to go. Of course, again, as you mentioned, he's got to go to the UNOH Tech and Scale area. But it was Greg Satterley rallying up for a 5th place finish unofficially. Garrett Alberson 4th, Tim McCready 3rd, Ross Robinson 2nd, and Drake Troutman. He's making his way, or trying to make his way, over into the scale area right now.
Well, Mom
Man,
Lori
oh,
told
man.
me earlier they didn't set up the T-shirt stand today, but they better order extras and get them in tomorrow because they will have some on sale if this becomes official here in a few moments.
And guys, let's not forget, a year ago tonight, another first-time winner here. Max Blair got his first ever series win here a year ago tonight.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And still his only win with the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series as well.
How about Ross Robinson?
Yes.
Great run.
Fantastic. 4th of the Show Me One Enter. As you guys said, he gets 2nd on the last lap, getting by McCready. Again, unofficially, Alberson 3rd, 4th, Greg Satterley. That was an awesome race, Ben Shelton. No doubt about it, my friend.
Oh, it's fantastic. And we've talked all year about this very talented O'Reilly Auto Parts Rookie of the Year crop. 5 drivers. Of course, Drake's 2nd behind Clay Harris in the standings right now. And you knew one of them was going to, at least one of them was going to get to Lucas Oil Victory Lane this year. You didn't know which one. Clay Harris had one slip from his grasp down at Ocala Speedway back at Speed Weeks. But tonight, pending the UNOH scales, Drake Troutman will become the 91st different winner in 864 Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series events. And he'll become the 2nd first-time winner this year as he joins Dalton Wilson. As Tim McCready has made his way out of the UNOH scales. And right now, if you're Drake Troutman, you got to think, man, just send me to victory lane. Come on.
Ben, how about the first 16 laps of that race,
Outstanding.
man? I mean,
no, just outstanding. I mean, these guys, and it's amazing what these guys can do with these machines. And you guys are watching from the top. I'm watching down low. It defies physics what they're able to do with a very thin edge.
And you got to remember, he's only 19 years old, and he's battling against McCready, one of the greatest of all time, and Ross Robinson. We will see this replay for those here on the video board at the track and at home. The 15K car, Jamie Latham, coming off at turn 4. Looks like he's slowed dramatically right in front of Troutman. We'll take a look at it, Dustin.
Yeah, this is going to be a really wide shot here over just past the flag stand a little bit as you see him right there. He slows up right in front of your race leader, Drake Troutman, as he took the checkered flag.
I know he didn't run out of fuel like Shepard did at the dirt track, did he?
He did not. No, he did not.
It is official, and the crews are lining up here down here, clapping for him. Mom Lori's down here. Big celebration as Drake Troutman makes his way into Lucas Oil Victory Lane for the first time as a VLAN feature winner, and it's what it's all about when you see the different crews down here lining up to congratulate him. We saw it back at East Bay when Dalton won earlier this year. And when he comes out of this race car race, fans, he's one of your own out of Pennsylvania. I want you to make him feel welcome. This is a special moment, something he's dreamed of his entire life. And tonight, Drake Troutman becomes a Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series feature winner. He'll be atop the Big River Steel podium down here in Lucas Oil Victory Lane, the Heinemann, Pennsylvania driver. His 4th overall win of the year, his 1st in the Super Late Model, and his 1st with the series, the 91st different driver to ever win it. He picks up $5,000 here tonight, and he is getting set to climb out of this race car, composing himself a little bit. And we are going to talk about how he was able to stay out front and keep some of the very best in the business and behind him tonight in this family-owned race car. And he's going to put on the Big River Steel hat, get set to climb out of the race car. Race fans, let him hear it. Drake Troutman, your feature winner. The confetti flies. History made here tonight at Lernerville. Oh, man. Drake, embrace the moment, man. The confetti's coming down. I'm just going to say it. The tears are in your eyes. You keep your emotions in check. You are a Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series feature winner. What does that mean to you?
Man, I don't even know what to say, to be honest with you. I don't know. I didn't think we'd be getting one of these things for a while, that's for sure. And, man, I don't even know what to say. I'm speechless. You know, I just got a bunch of kids working for me and beating up down the road together.
Hey, listen to these people. They went Lernerville. Let Drake Troutman hear it right now. Let him hear it as he tries to get it composed down here. This is your home state. You defended your home territory, and you did it against the best. Just talk about that battle with Ziegler and how you were able to get back to the lead.
Yeah, it was definitely, I don't know, I figured he was going to have me on the top side. You know, there's a pretty big cushion up there, and we were just able to rotate really good around that bottom early, and this Longhorn chassis has been really good. You know, we've caught a lot of bad luck and just stupid things happen, and you know we're learning every day on a lot of what not to do's. But you know, like I said, I got to thank all my guys. You know, Hunter and Mason and Ian and Kyle, Easton. Man, you know, just everyone that helps us out on this race car, and you know, I'm sure I'm forgetting some guys there. That, you know, they're always in the shot with me, you know, all hours of the night, and these sponsors, man, we run this deal off of you know, it's a family-owned deal, and we just run a lot of sponsorships. So without these guys, we couldn't get up and down the road. So I got to thank Wheeler Fleet Solutions, RFI Resources, Smith Warehouse, Fuel Service by Glassmere. It's their home territory here, just a couple miles down the road. So happy to get one for them guys. Clores Notary, 316 Motorsports, Shoes Diesel Performance, Schaefer Construction, DNR Trucking, Jerry Siding and Roofing. You know, Jerry, he owns my modified stuff, and he's been a huge role in keeping me going in this late model. You know, Certainty, just Coltman Farms, you know, he's been really good to us, and you know, just everyone. Hopefully put on a good show for you fans, and I don't know, I guess we'll see what we have for tomorrow night.
Your team members, your mom down here. I feel like Dad's here with us tonight. What would a dad have said about this win?
Yeah, that's one of the reasons it gets so emotional. You know, it's I don't know. He was a rock of this deal, and without him, none of us would be here. So you know, this one's for him for sure.
How about it for this guy? How about it for Drake Troutman, your feature winner here tonight? DJ James, I'm going to slide down here and get second and third. I'm going to throw it back up top real fast.
That's what it's all about.
How can we top that?
That's what it's all about right there.
That is awesome.
I mean, it's, you know, we're all emotional after that one. And, Ben, you're about to talk to a guy. He's got his first Lucas Oil late model win coming very, very soon.
You know, a lot of people don't know this. Dalton Wilson told me this story. When he won at East Bay, you came in the trailer afterward, and at his trailer, when he won, and you were crying because you were so happy for him. And you're getting close, man, but seeing Drake up there, you guys are beating up and down the road. How cool is it to see all these guys around you getting these first wins and know you're knocking on the door, Ross Robinson?
Well, I'd like to think so anyway, but that's cool for Drake. He's a damn good kid, and he's a hell of a shoe. So, I mean, he earned it, and he gets it done in a place I'm not that comfortable with. I can't run the top like he can. But this is really cool to be on the podium up here. We were close to the podium at Wheatland, but it's cool to be putting a good, solid weekend together, but it's all thanks to all my sponsors. Manda, Roach Beef, Stoker Materials, I can't even hardly think. Commonwealth Equipment, The Frozen Farmer, Wesley Collins Builders, Boswell Oil, Top Notch Graphics, Fox Shocks, Rocket Chassis, Clements Racing Engines, Scott Dawson Mortgage Group. Just the list goes on and on. It takes a village to do this, and I'm grateful for every single one of them.
You a lot of years as a crew guy, and you watched this Tim McCready in the 39, the different cars go around. You ran door to door with him. How fun was that tonight?
I remember being a kid watching McCready come to Delmar back long before I was racing big cars and sitting there watching it with my dad. And it's cool to be able to rub elbows with somebody like him, and he takes the time and talks to me and explains things when he don't have to. So I'm truly grateful for all of it.
Race fans, how about Ross Robinson? He comes on in position 2. Tim McCready comes home in position 3. Tim, you're going for the win tonight, man, but these kids, can you remember what it's like getting your first national tour win?
Oh, yeah. I mean, you remember probably the bad more than the good some days, but yeah, I've seen it before, and congrats to them. He's a really good kid. I mean, he treats himself, he races as hard as he can, and he doesn't really get into anybody out here. He does a good job of racing that hard, but not touching anybody, and I know how hard they work. Like I said, they're good people, and he did a great job tonight.
Talk about you, man. Last night, it looks like maybe you didn't have exactly what you wanted in the feature, but tonight you made a lot of gains. What's your big takeaway with this Big River Steel podium?
Oh, we just got to keep going. I mean, we're a little different tire than those two, and I think it hurt us. I needed to, the longer we went, the better I felt, and I just got to get a little bit where I can turn off this cushion mid-corner. I'm having a little struggles with that. It's probably me more than anything, but Mark and these guys, everybody, Danny, Austin, and Joel, Steve Baker, Mark Richards, all these guys, they've probably worked harder with me than they have any driver in a while, so I appreciate everything they do. Valvoline, everybody that does this. It's a hard thing to do, and we're trying, and I keep telling everybody we're going to get it, and I know people are impatient, but I mean, when I first got in a Longhorn, I went a full year without winning till November, so sometimes things take a while, and then the next year we were dominating, so sometimes it takes longer than you want it to. Just want to thank Rocket Chassis, Fox Shocks, Durham Power, everybody puts this thing together, Petrov, Towan, and everybody, because it takes an army, and I got probably one of the best armies behind me, so we'll get it.
Race fans, how about Tim McCready? He rounds out the Big River Steel podium. DJ, James, Lucas Oil victory lanes like this one remind us why we do what we do. Just something special here tonight at Lernerville.
Absolutely. That's what it's all about. We're going to go ahead and take a look at the Super Clean race recap and see how we got to this moment in your first feature here tonight. That 7-car in victory lane for the first time in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. He started up front, and James, the first 16 laps of this race, side by side, pass after pass. When Lernerville's right, man, it's as good as it gets.
I love these double features. You know, we had them last night. Chubb Frank nearly pulled off a big win. Drake Troutman gets it done here tonight. You thought Ziegler, he slid back there a little bit, but once Troutman was out in front, but that caution, McCready kind of hurt him a little bit there. He saw Dalton Wilson running about 4. Contact bump Hedman, that cost him a good night. Well, I tell you what, coming here to the checkers, man, his heart had to be in his throat on that one with the 15K, but he got it done here tonight, the 19-year-old, and I know you know his dad, DJ, for many, many years, passed away from COVID back in 2020. And this is what it's all about, my friend, right here.
Absolutely. As Troutman is now a winner with the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series, they're continuing victory lane down there with that Big River Steel podium. Those of you watching at home, we're going to step aside for a moment. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with feature numero 2 here on night number 2 of the 18th Firecracker 100 presented by Big River Steel.